All right. Hey, welcome back to Wheel or Woe over here at the Pocket Dragon Pub. I have been and continue to be Mitch. I am joined by Winter and Jaden. You guys saw everyone here last week. We were doing the reviews of our sci-fi section, including such games as Laser and Feelings, Coriolis, and of course the Barkeep's choice of the sci-fi Wheel or Woe, Ashen Stars by Robin D. Laws of Pelgrim Press. So that is what we're going to play today. Some Ashen Stars. So I think we just hop right into it. The quick start that we got, and that's what we're running today, is Stowaway, which you can find online if you are interested in running this yourself or just learning a little bit more about the system, the Gumshoe system. The story starts off for everyone involved, and we're going to learn more about their characters and stuff like that. Their captain walks into a cafe. As any good story starts off, there's a nice smell of cupcakes in the air. These cupcakes aren't normal cupcakes, not the cupcakes that you are familiar with because you've only been on Earth and you don't get the pleasure of all the cupcake extras and accessories that the galaxy has been able to come up with on this setting. The captain comes in and eagerly awaits the rest of her crew. The captain is a 7-foot-tall, red-haired lady with sunglasses of blue. Almost has a very Sarah Connor look about them in terms of they look like they just kick your butt, your tuchus, as a Ute say, as they place their boots on top of the table. As the cafe person brings like a little tiny cupcake before them. It kind of gives a squeal in anticipation of being eaten and its excitement. But this is a perfect time for the other two to enter in. At your leisure, Winter or Jaden, which of your characters will come first?
All right. In walks in Harriet. She was a very small, petite lady, typically covered in grease and grime and other assorted runoff of working on the ship. She is the ship's system operator and engineer, so she's always down in the guts of the ship, making sure that it stays flying, making sure that it stays up and in the sky. She doesn't come out very often. It's kind of weird with the captain doing a landing thing, but captain wants her out, and she is a dedicated crew member, and so she is here. She's got coveralls on, got like kind of like a cloak over her face because she's not used to seeing the light ever. And she's got her toolbox that she always carries with her. She just opens the door meekly and scurries toward the table upon seeing her captain.
Yeah. What's Harriet's favorite color?
Harriet's favorite color is indigo.
All right, and that's the cupcake placed before you, like a minute after you sit down. It gives a giggle and then it waits to be eaten. Jaden.
I'm Jaden, and I'll be playing Diz, the Kicks Tech. I have no clue how to pronounce that. Basically,
it's your people. You get to pronounce it the way you want.
That's fair. I'm a 7-foot-tall, basically, like spindly armed, like humanoid or bipedal locust. I've got a. I walk into the cafeteria. Stoic, silent, mandibles chittering a little bit, but beyond that, just heading into the cafeteria, following orders and waiting for my captain to continue to give me anything else to do while I'm away from my post as the weapons officer.
Yeah, excellent. Now, the moment you step in, and eventually, like a special seat will be given to you. I don't know if the bugs have the same sort of butts as humans, but I feel like maybe a different sort of shape might work out well. But instead of a cupcake, they put like this little, like the little cupcake like material that holds the cupcake, little cupcake foil. They press that over, and it's like this little roach with a little bit of frosting on its tummy, but it still makes the same like squeak noise as it's placed in front of you.
I immediately gobble it up in like one quick and almost horrific view. Like, it is uncanny to watch, for humans to watch a basically human-sized or bigger locust eat.
Yeah, like the captain looks at you weirdly and then lights the top of the cupcake and like breathes in the incense, like, supposed to breathe it in. I don't. Okay. How tall are you, Harriet?
Oh, Harriet's like 5'2".
Okay,
She's
cool.
very small.
I needed that. I needed someone to be of fun size.
Harriet's actually 7.5 feet tall.
Oh, God.
She's small.
It's too sexy. All right, we only have a small amount of space here. Your captain leans forward and lights your cupcake as well, Harriet. Since you guys aren't weird and eat cupcakes now,
she just kind of holds it and is like,
yeah,
casually just like looking up between Diz and the captain's like,
yeah, Diz, do you have a parent? This is your captain speaking.
An apparent what, Captain?
Yeah, as in a paternal figure?
Yeah. Is there someone who calls on you like during the holidays and it's like, come home, for the love of God?
Not in the same sense that human culture does.
Okay. All right, try to wrap your head around this, okay? My mom asked me to come over for a holiday. Apparently she was born several decades ago around this time, and there's some sort of celebration she wants to do with me in her proximity over at a station in a galaxy far away.
Understood.
Okay, I bring you guys here without talking to everyone else because when I bring it up to the whole crew, I would like some people who back me up that this is a good idea and that like there should be stuff to do in that area of space. I just haven't confirmed it yet, but it's I'm working out some feelers. I just don't want people ragging on me because like I'm visiting for a anniversary of birth.
I mean, that sounds like a very good thing to do for your parent.
Thank you. You're already doing your job well. Diz, what do you think? What do you?
We're gonna get paid, right?
By my mom? No.
Well,
but
you
like I said,
there was gonna be
I'm
work
putting out feelers, and those feelers will hopefully reciprocate with funds after we do a job for them. So yeah, by the end of it, I hope there will be a job. There's a small chance there won't be, but there is a chance.
I see nothing wrong with engaging in sentimental familial time.
Cool. All right. Just repeat that when I bring it to the crew, and I think we'll be okay. Maybe a little bit more enthusiasm.
Whatever you say, Captain.
I like to hear those words. It never gets old. All right, so yeah, as long as nothing goes wrong, it'll be a nice chill time with my mom, and some other people will be involved, I'm sure. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. And she sniffs her cupcake like a normal person and doesn't eat it. So we jump to a couple days later. You two are in the engineering underneath the main ship. So the ship is pretty much like a 2-story house, with the second story having everything that is cool, including the wheel of the ship, groceries, refrigerators, the pool table that was installed a couple weeks ago. Beds and stuff like that. And then there's like the first story, which is really should just be called the basement, because that's where like the sewage goes. That is where all the pipes and the wires, the hard metal things that keep this whole thing strapped together.
And Harriet's bed.
Yeah, Harriet, is it a hammock or is it like a full-on like loft bed?
We got some like boxes,
Yeah,
some shipping containers. We got Harriet is a simple woman.
Yeah, it's pretty much like in the last trip
You have
when you
to
were
be
like,
careful with those boxes, because otherwise, I'm going to like start eating it up and chewing it up to make like my own like bedding and.
Please
like,
don't eat my boxes. Please don't eat my bed. This.
it's the circle of life, right?
It truly is.
You transport items. There's an excess of boxes. Harriet takes the boxes for bed. You eventually tear it up for your bed, and then the cycle continues on and on and on. And on.
Exactly.
Cycle?
Cycle of the basement of the storage area. But you guys know, like,
how
right?
wasps make like the papery.
Yeah.
Like, you know how wasps make the papery. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
So as you guys are looking over at the stuff with like fumes and liquid dripping on your bodies, soon to be corpses, in these tight spaces, the only thing you kind of heard from the intercom was like, oh, bleep, because there is a sensor on the ship, which is very fortunate, and son of a bleep, and like, I think we're gonna die, bleep, we've definitely just been hit by a ship, mother bleeper, bleep. And then that's where you guys are right now, with a lot of like the life support system just like out of its life support. There are several like pierced, I guess, wreckages within the area that you're in. You can see like these shimmering emergency force fields preventing you from being ripped out into space and having space stuff done to you. But everyone else is pretty much upstairs. And then when you look down the hallway, you notice that the ladder that usually gives you access to the upper area is no longer there, and it looks like it's kind of been sealed. So, yeah. So how are you guys doing?
This what's going on? Wait, no. We got this. And Harriet like pulls down a set of goggles that definitely weren't there 2 seconds ago over her eyes, and it starts like immediately goes to work, like looking over, like runs to where the panels would be to keep the life support going, and it's kind of like starts just looking to see if there's a way she could jury rig it back together. She does have the industrial design skill.
Ooh.
Which I think might be useful in this scenario.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's one of your investigative skills. The cool thing about, as we all talked about last time, is you don't gotta roll for it. You got it, right? The only time you will be using up your points if you want to do something a little bit extra, a little special, if you do so. But industrial engineering, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Or
so you're
industrial design.
Industrial design.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, obviously there are some things here that shouldn't be here. For one instance, as you're looking over, you notice And this whole place is pretty dark. You're probably pretty comfortable in this area. Every now and then, like a spark will flash and maybe blind you, but you have those goggles on, which is good. But you're kind of at home with it as your hands like move over the pipes, thick and warm on either side. But your hands do come to a structure, which is now in the place where your bed was. It is cool. It has kind of like a moist, like thickness on the exterior of it. There's a humming and vibrating just below the surface of it. It is not your ship. This is not your ship. Like you're touching it, it's not your ship. Yeah, it's not a part of your ship. What you can kind of speculate is you have been rammed by another ship, and this is kind of one of its parts penetrating the hull of the ship.
Ooh, that's awful. Can I spend my point in industrial design to get more information?
Yeah, of course. So spending that point, what sort of information are you looking for?
How it connects to trying to see if it's the cause of why our stuff is malfunctioning, or just trying to see if I can trace it back to figure out how to get stuff turned back on, because I think that's our primary objective.
Yeah.
Is getting lights back on, getting life support back on so we don't start dying.
You need that. Feeling about, you realize that there are multiple penetrations of this other ship within this hull. So it's not only taking out your bed, but also like whatever compound you use or a storage unit to store your snacks down here. It's completely gone. The other parts of it are more purposeful, while the previous thing you kind of touched on seems like they rammed the ship and this is the consequence of it. The other part was more like a portal. This almost spherical indention into the hull that not only like penetrated and widened the hull so that the shields are kind of shimmering around it, but you speculate it would allow someone to come in. Looking at the damage, it's not as bad because of the ramming. Something else must have taken place post it, and something from the inside.
Well, that's not good.
Diz. Is it Diz or Dixt?
Diz. D-I-Z-Z.
Diz.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Diz,
what do you
lay that information to Diz?
Yeah.
Like, shout it over my shoulder. It's like, yo, I think someone's in the ship.
All right. As in, they were here before this?
No, they came in on this thing. I was like gesturing wildly in the dark so you can't see it. Stomp my feet so you can kind of maybe hear where I'm coming from. Yeah, they came in through this thing. There's a big thing here.
Yeah, I think the surveillance general ability, would that be more for like a surveillance system or just like keeping an eye out?
That's a good question. I think I will leave it up to you. You choose which one, and then we'll just stick with that one.
I was gonna say you also have like sense trouble, which is like.
Oh, you're right. I do have sense trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, let's use sense trouble to, I'm gonna use sense trouble to try and locate or see if I can find where this stowaway is.
All right, excellent.
Or this intruder.
All right, so this is a general skill. So this one will take a roll. If you have points in it, feel free to spend those points to give yourself an increased chance of succeeding. But
Yep. Plus
All
one
right.
per point spent.
Mm-hmm.
Plus one per point spent. All right.
Yeah. And you don't know the difficulty. Haha.
Got
That is
it.
a fun quirk of the system. You don't know the difficulty till after you roll it.
It's
Okay.
difficult. I mean, it is like the lights are out. It's dark. It's noisy.
And it's a D6, I was
Yeah,
saying?
1d6 is all we'll need for this each.
Okay, fantastic.
1d6 plus however many points you want to invest in this roll.
All right. I think I'll invest 2 points, so I get 3d6 total, right?
No, you get 1d6
plus 3.
1d6 1d6 plus 2. Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
Roll high, please.
Oh no, I rolled a 1. 1 plus 2, so 3.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't cut butter in any sense. And as you're moving around trying to find this, you realize it hasn't affected you yet, but you definitely can taste like there's not enough oxygen in this air for your friend to be breathing for in a healthy manner for very long. In fact, it feels like just tasting it, like the oxygen levels are dropping even further. They'll probably be dead in like a couple of minutes, probably even seconds. Who knows how humans function?
Thanks.
Yeah, that's definitely not good. All right, I'm going to quickly rush over to Harriet, right? Yep, Harriet, and just grab her and bring her to another part of the ship. Just trying to find us a place that has oxygen still.
I need to fix the thing. Where are you taking me?
Well, you're not going to be able to survive if you don't.
But we're not going to be able to survive
in the first place.
We're not going to be able to survive if I don't fix the life support system, which is in this room. Just let me find the life support system. I assume the life support system is somewhere in this room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys you guys have less rooms and more just like a long tunnel system of pipes and various mechanisms.
Pipes.
It's probably like a warehouse with a very shallow ceilings. As you're shifting Harriet away, you feel this impact on the back of your head.
Ouch.
What happened?
Can I roll preparedness to try and catch that or to avoid it?
You can. It will be difficult.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll spend one of my preparednesses to 6.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you can if you want turn or twist at the last moment to get out of the way.
Yeah, I'll twist out of the way. It hits my back and bounces off of my carapace instead.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get this? Do we see for a moment what this thing was that hit us, or is it still too dark?
Yeah, it is too dark. Wherever it came from, definitely maybe within the pipes and stuff. But that's kind of all you got.
All right. So I have forensic engineering.
Ooh.
Will this allow me to try to mentally reconfigure my memory of where the life support system is and go there?
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like Sherlock Holmes' mind palace. This,
yeah.
Here we go.
You're like, I know this pipe. This pipe leads to life support.
Yes, I would like to do that. I would like to just beeline us, guiding Diz through the pipes.
All right, excellent.
I will even spend one of my extra points on that if I can, to see if we can discern the exact cause of why the life support went out. Because it wasn't near where the impact was.
Correct. Yeah. It was on the completely opposite side. If you spend that point. As you're moving towards the life support and the engines and everything, the humming here and the vibrating, the whole time that you're down here, the vibrating is kind of at that chill level where you're on an airplane. At this area, everything's just kind of vibrating in a very uncomfortable fashion. or even your teeth are chattering. But Harriet, you see that it's been sabotaged.
No!
Wires have been ripped out, and it's not a sophisticated thing, like, which sucks. It's a lot better for a sophisticated person to sabotage it because it's a lot neater. But yeah, the wires have been crisscrossed. They've been ripped out. Power cables have been plugged into the coffee machine.
Not the coffee machine.
Yeah, it's just.
Why is the coffee machine producing H2O? Alright. Oh, I'm going to wiggle my way out of Diz's back and just a personality switch of just now that I'm in my element and know what's wrong, just Diz, cover me. I'm gonna pull out some tools and just start expertly trying to figure out if I can obviously I can't fix this thing instantly, but to see if I can get the stuff back together just enough to get the lights on and the oxygen pumping so we can actually figure out this real quick.
All right, definitely. Make a roll then.
Cool. I have 12 points of system repair. I'm gonna spend 6 of them.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Have at it.
And I'm gonna roll a 6, so that's a 12.
Oh yeah!
Damn!
It's brilliantly done. You even integrated the coffee machine, so you could have coffee. And while it's a temporary fix, it's a really good temporary fix. This is IKEA level of construction work being done here.
I want to imagine there's that cartoon cloud of smoke comes up and then it all just fades away. It's perfectly fixed, and Harry's just laying back with a cup of coffee on the coffee machine.
It happens so quickly. Diz doesn't even have an opportunity to nod their head, chitter their mandibles, and ready their pistol.
The time between, just moving in between the chitters.
Yeah.
You can taste the coffee, which has been integrated into the life support system, so you can kind of you can taste the beans of the coffee.
Freshly oxygenated.
Yeah.
you have improved the life support system to give a inherent dose of caffeine in the air.
But that means the lights should be on, right?
Yeah,
No
the
one
lights
will be
are
able to sleep ever
on. The engines have kind of stabilized and everything. The lights are sputtering and flickering on, and finally illuminates the area around you to show you the wreckage of your home. But your home has always been a little bit of but you hear the captain from the other side from the intercom say, "Bleeping amazing."
I'm going to shout out with my intimidation interpersonal skill and be all right, come out with your hands up, and I can promise you that this won't get ugly.
Ooh, okay.
Are we spending any points?
Yeah, I'll spend 3 of my 5 points.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Shit. All right. So as the lights come on, it's kind of almost embarrassing because, in the dark, it's almost like putting the lights on in a horror castle or a horror maze. It looks stupid, and everyone looks stupid when you see them in the light of day. And certainly this individual, which is a Jagger Surf, a particular alien, is kind of wrapped up in the wires in what must have been really cool if it was dark, very much reminiscent of Alien, coming up from the rafters and grabbing someone and flying off away with them into the dark. But yeah, it just looks really stupid with the light on, especially since there's a light right in front of their face, and they're blinking, trying to figure out where they are as the light just blinds them. So yeah, what do you say?
Well, I guess that works. And I'm going to walk up to them and, you know what? Yeah, let's just start an interrogation. I'm gonna grab them with some of my spare arms, because I have those, and be like, so what makes you think you can get away with sabotaging and damaging our ship?
You think you can sabotage our ship and walk out of here alive?
And I'll use 2 of my interrogation points for this as well.
Which I actually don't think you have to roll for this because it's an investigation.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice,
I
nice.
think it's just if you want some extra stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I'll still use the 2. Yeah.
Well, why don't you let's see how it goes without, and then I think you have the option to add more stuff.
How it works is you say you're using the thing, the GM gives you the info, and then if you want deeper info, you can spend a point.
Yeah,
cool.
This guy could be a bitch.
You typically don't have to spend more than a point or 2 to get everything.
Low stuff. So this like shittering insectoid, I believe. In this case, this one's definitely like has like this chitinous exterior. Not exactly like you, but I mean, to humans, you guys probably look alike. But for you, you're like. Yeah, you're like there's differences. The thing like shitters as if like mouth opens up, revealing 3 rows of fangs. As it says, "I am merely here to awaken what comes next."
Also, it's kind of funny. I can hear like the fucking guy.
I don't like.
Oh no, no bullshit detector. I'm using my bullshit detector on this English.
I mean, there's another ship that will be coming after I am done with my work, which entails sabotaging your engines, killing the something officer, and then activating the explosive device in my head to disable further your ship. And then the bigger ship, I think that's the correct word in your language, the bigger ship will come here and engulf what's left, strewn your body upon the planet, and will pick off whatever's left.
Yeah, I don't like that. So you said there's a bomb in your head?
I probably mentioned that, yeah. There is. It's right behind my left eye, actually. So it's kind of too late. Things have happened. I've been successful. All it takes is for my left hand to touch my eye, and in fact, this whole place will go down in flames.
Okay, so I have a gun, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna break the guy's left hand. I've got 12 points in scuffling. I'll just use 6 of those and break the left hand. And I roll a 6, so 12.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this.
And
if it's okay, we'll say that you take off the left hand.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, enthusiasm, right? As a thing, like he's like, like if I just touch my left eye, my left hand to my eye, and he keeps trying to do it, and you can see like his left hand is like away from him, like making the movements to like touch an eye, but you've ripped it off, and thus it's too far away to actually touch the eye, and he's like, oh damn.
Now, give me one good reason why I shouldn't reach into your head and deactivate that explosive device right now.
It will kill me.
Harriet's already behind him like, oh, are we waiting for this? And just, I have the explosive devices skill.
I do too. I do as well. I have 3 explosive devices. So between
That's why you guys are in the first floor of the ship.
I want to believe that just like, I'll die, and the 2 of us are just like, okay. Disable the bomb.
You know, I
guess better yet, using the explosive devices skill kind of makes sure that the the bomb is actually in his head, and it's not like if that's the trigger mechanism for a different bomb somewhere else.
That's actually a fair point. Yeah, let's use explosive devices to make sure that there is actually a bomb in his head and it's not like somewhere else.
Yeah, so you can, like, looking at it, especially like, you know, one of you guys are looking from the front, one of you guys are looking from the back. There's wires that connect into this thing's cranium that goes into its like chitinous back end, which suggests that there was some like alterations done to the head. Doesn't look like it was an enhanced intelligence or a laser that comes out of its eyes, since you haven't seen that yet. And for you, Diz, is his left eye is a little bit more popped out than his right eye, as if like they had moved it a little bit to give more space. But yeah, now that you're looking at it, you're pretty confident that he's telling the truth in terms of the explosive device.
Yeah, I'm gonna deactivate it. Damn the consequences to this guy's life. Yeah.
All right, yeah. And this is one of those times, like, if you wanted to spend a point, because you know that messing with it in any way will destroy his life. There's too many, like, little fine membranes between that eye to do. Like, if you had, like, a surgery table and stuff, you could save his life and remove it. But right here and now, it's either, you know, one or the other. And I know you don't really love him.
As far as Harry is concerned, this man slapped her child in the face with a bigger face.
Yeah, like
we like flashback.
This guy is an active threat to the ship and the crew.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I think they're gone.
Yeah. Then we flash back to like the moment your bed was pulled out into space. Harriet was sucked into the abyss, probably flown into a sun, the cardboard burning up into crispers. It's a gross
Maria
thing.
Plays in the background.
Yeah. You get a little bit of confetti as various brain organs are sprayed into your face, Harriet.
Birthday party?
Yeah, it's your birthday. As their like, you know, insectoid locust hand just goes right through the eyeball into the back of the head, and it's like, you got it. It's disarmed. It's right here.
It's disarmed.
And there's like a slump as this thing just kind of like plops down onto the ground, making all sorts of
he's been disarmed
and
twice.
wheezing. So mean to him. His name is Jerry.
Well, maybe he should have put a bomb in his head and tried to kill us all.
And by extension, put a bomb in my ship, which is really the bigger issue here. All right. So I guess that being said, do we have a way to communicate with the captain?
Looking around, it doesn't seem to as of yet. You fixed the life support system in the engines. The comm system is down on the other side, but you can kind of take a look at it. You at least know that the captain can communicate with you in expletives every now and then.
Yeah, I think Harriet's going to make her way. I did spend my industrial design, but I did not spend all of my forensic engineering. So I still have the forensic engineering skill. I'll just move toward that and see if I can figure out, like, okay, here's where the comms are.
Yeah,
see if I can fix it.
Yeah, I'm going to follow and probably try and roll surveillance to keep an eye out for anything else fishy going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys head on over to the other side of it. You still kind of see those, the hull of the other ship penetrating yours. You just kind of shift over it and make your way to the comm system. The comm system, if you've ever seen like the old style, like World War I, like little wires that are into these little insertion holes. It's a bunch of that, with all these wires just going everywhere. It looks like from the fire that they've been damaged. A lot of the wires are melted and like the plastic dripping on the floor. And the fire is a chemical fire. It's not like the red of a normal fire. It's almost like this dark indigo.
All right. Would system repairs be enough to fix this through a chemical fire?
To fix it, yes. The chemical fire might be a long-term problem. So you could like shield the wires from the continued burning.
Like a temp fix, like I did with the like just enough to just shoot a message to the captain and be like, hey, we stopped the bomb threat. Did you know there was a bomb threat? There isn't anymore.
You can make that roll.
Cool. I'm going to spend, I think there's 3 points on this. All right, that is going to be a 7 total.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
No, it's perfect. You wrap some of the metal that kind of surrounds some of the other piping, and it's perfectly shielded. The fire's still there. It's just not as much of a problem to the communications you're using now. There is a little button. It is bulbous, and one of those buttons you kind of press in. That's not like hard, but it's kind of soft touch. But yeah,
what do you say? Captain, we were infiltrated by I don't know what you said they were.
It was like Jagger Surfs.
A Jagger. So there's a Jagger Surf, and he had a bomb, and we killed him, and there's no more bomb.
He said that there was another ship on the way to finish what he started.
Oh yeah, that too.
There's like a small pause, and then like the intercom breathes to life with a little crackle. Yeah, does it look like this? I'm gonna send a picture down. Hold on. There's silence, and you see like one of the machines like next to the communication devices start whirring and like outprints like this little poster, and you see this like metallic ship still like a far away, so it's really like only half an inch within this like piece of paper, but certainly looks aggressive, mostly from like the spikes and the kind of shape of a fighter to it.
If I had to guess, probably. Like, it looks menacing enough.
Yeah, it looks like it.
The comment breathes to life again. Okay, we're gonna have a discussion up here, fellas. If you can just give us some time. And you hear the backdrop, like, yeah, it might be a friendly ship here to rescue us. I think we should take a vote. A couple other murmurings. The captain's like, you're pretty sure that this is not for the good of us?
No, it's quite bad, actually.
Does the ship look like it's good for us? Like, this is obviously a bad guy ship.
I have the imaging skill. Does this look like the image of an evil ship?
Yes, it looks like it is. It's like if one of those Mad Max vehicles parked in front of your house and was like, I'm here to deliver your pizza. You'd be like, but are you just doing that? Maybe.
I don't remember ordering a pizza.
Captain, I've seen this before. You can tell by the pixels. It's definitely evil. Was it some evil pixels, Captain?
Evil pixels? Okay. All right, we're gonna have a vote, and as your captain, I want to say that I hate the fact that we're a democratic ship.
That was your choice, Captain. We had to say this. You're the captain.
I wanted to do the right thing. I stand by it. I'm just annoyed by it. So everyone raise your hands if you believe that this is an evil ship and we should respond in a evil manner, or in a manner against normal, that we should just raise it if you want us to kill it.
There are two hands. There were 2 hands. There were 4 hands. How many do you have?
I have 4 hands.
There are 6 hands down here raised,
There are 6
Captain.
hands down here, exactly.
All right, so
I have 4 arms. I get multiple votes. That's how this works.
that is true. Yeah, and I'm raising my hand. I know you can't see it, but I am. All right, yeah, that's everyone 4, and only one. The medic is saying no, but we all know he's a bitch. So we're gonna be taking some evasive maneuvers. I would suggest if our ship can't handle it, if you make sure it can handle it within the next few seconds. Otherwise, we'll probably be torn apart. We are also entering the atmosphere of this planet. Expect some shenanigans. Out. Over.
So Harriet, upon hearing that, is going to rush to the engine room, which is also her bedroom, which is also the room we're currently standing in. There's one room down here. And I have a systems design skill. Could I don't know, TF2 engineer hit my wrench against the engine to make it go better?
Dispenser going up.
Think, sensor going up.
How would you like to make it better? How are we, I guess, in what way are we making it better?
So the captain mentioned that the engines might not be able to take the strain of what's happening. I want to make sure they can take the strain of what's going on.
Yeah,
all right. Or figure out a way to inject some NOS into them real quick.
Yeah. Family. If you believe in family. you'll get it. How are you with engines? It's like engine work. Are you one of those people who talk to engines, or is it just clinical?
I have a master's in mechanical engineering. I just do the work. I'm not crazy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're not like,
you're not a Duchess Mechanicus. This isn't 40K.
Hey,
is it Harriet over here petting the engines when no one's looking? It's like, so how are you with machines? I have a master's degree. Done.
Yeah. None of that weird stuff. You're thinking about the stuff that you had before, down the hall, and you're like, oh, chemical gas, purple, what is that? And you're starting to put the pieces together of something it sounds dangerous if you're explaining it to a layman. If you're like, hey, we're gonna build this bomb, but it's actually gonna clean the floor, and I'm gonna build it here in your room. It's kind of like there's no way to explain it to everyone else that doesn't sound like you're gonna kill everyone, but the science is sound. It's perfect.
That sounds like that sounds like a master's degree in mechanical engineering.
Guys, it'll save millions. Trust me. All right, so go ahead and because I believe that is a roll. So
yeah, this one is a roll. Yep. I'm dumping 5 points into it. I don't mess around with this. I don't mess around with my die rolls. Yeah, it's gonna be a 9 total.
Nice. Yeah, it is. For you, Diz, I feel like looking at this is very much like watching someone who might have killed a lot of people in their past, or at least has the capacity to kill a lot of people in their past. As you're looking at this, you're seeing the pipes and the different chemicals that are being interlooped and interwoven. Even the life support system has joined in the fun. But holy heck, the moment and there's a switch, and I'll let you flip the switch, or it could be a button, whatever. Well, what mechanism is the starter for this thing, Harriet?
It's just a button that's just it's like a button that's on a cylinder thing, so one of those cool clicky but a pen.
The Men in Black, the Men,
it's just beep.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing lights up as you see the chemical fires redirected to the pipes. You have just put in you spit NOS into the machine, very much Mad Max style. As this thing, by now you can feel the gravity of the planet start to take hold. The ship starts rumbling, and you feel the nose start to pull up a little bit, and then just start to rip across the sky. It's about this time, because this is taken a couple of minutes to kind of to set up, and around this time you can hear specifically from the shaking of the ship, more so than the actual explosions, but you are being like fired upon, but luckily like the NOS really helped as you're like jutting out into the planet. Yeah, there's a few expletives from the captain, a lot of them, and then there's silence as you guys rip through the sky some more. But yeah, what are you guys doing now?
Hey, Diz, can you like push this ship out of our ship? Are you like buff enough to do that? You seem kind of big. Can you do that?
I could make an athletics roll. Yeah, let's. Mm-hmm. Sure, why not? Let's just. I'll use my 6 of my 9. Yeah. And
you're like, I am a buff person.
Yeah. And I rolled a 6, so 12.
Yeah, you you push it. Like
I push it. I take the ship and push it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's there's not much descriptors is necessary. You apply pressure to it, and it pops out of the ship.
We're going at like Mach 15.
Yeah, it is. It is ridiculous. Like the moment you push it, there's like a burst of heat in the briefest millisecond, as like the shimmering shields kind of have to adjust and then form over the holes that are stretched throughout this whole your home. Places that you sleep in, but you can see as it's like pushed out, it immediately starts burning up, as it's not meant to get into the atmosphere of a planet, and then explodes pretty anticlimactically. Like it's just like but you can see now that the ship that you had seen as like small evil pixels it's not catching up, but it's certainly in between, like you preparing the ship and stuff. It has certainly gotten a lot closer. You can almost see several more of the same sort of alien creatures that accosted you on the ship through like this visor window in the front of the ship, like making these like it's probably like the universal alien equivalent of the middle finger with some other rude gestures, as well as like shots being shot off into your general direction.
All right. Are we escaping them, or are we still in imminent danger, or are we pretty chill?
Yeah,
you're at a stalemate right now. Though it does seem this ship can also enter a planet's gravitational field and enter into the planet itself. And you guys continue to head towards the planet, just kind of making that full circle around it, going at speeds that are ridiculous. There's one point in time, though, that the captain clicks on the intercom, and there's a slight pause and kind of like a which is kind of her like way of being nervous about asking a lot of you. So something, whatever's coming next is going to be some bullshit. She's like, hey, we it seems like so it seems like the only way we can go down is butt down at this point in time. We've taken some damage to the front, and so it's just not going to take that re-entry very well. So it will be butt down. Though thankfully, as long as you guys don't have any holes in the system, we should be good. So just warning you.
Do we have any holes in the system? Instantly looks around for any holes in any system.
You look at like the shimmering, like the force fields which covered which are protecting you from the where that ship had penetrated your hull and smashed into everything. So you're like,
well,
like, yeah, we got about 20 seconds, 25, 20. 23 seconds before we're coming. We're gonna make this maneuver, so get prepared. Get your seatbelts on.
You know what? I'm gonna roll preparedness.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're going to make it work. I'm dumping all of my points in preparedness. All 4 of them. I rolled a 6, so that's a 10.
Ooh,
all right.
Nice. All right. So how are you prepared? What is it? I'm curious.
I put my seatbelt on. I'm not. I just put my seatbelt.
You're like, I've prepared this my whole life, and then just grab a seatbelt from out of the wall, like.
But like, it's a seatbelt that was obviously not supposed to be there. It was a seatbelt like I built. It's like, one day we're going to be traveling at like light speed velocity over a planet, being gunned at by an alien threat, and on that day, I'm going to need a child car seat.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Harriet just like rips sighs, goes over to like an arbitrary corner of the area, pulls down a tarp, and there's just a child car seat. She just locks herself into. Ouch. I knew this day would come.
And I think with that roll, if you want, there could be more. I don't know if you care enough about this to have foresaw.
Harriet pushes some boxes over, and there's a larger child car seat.
Larger child car for this. See, I was just thinking of like Master Chief in it, of like just standing up in the middle of the pod, like.
I got this.
They're like, Master Chief, what are you doing? Finishing this fight. Holy hell. You're so cool. How do you do that? What do you mean?
Diz just plops that in the car seats, finishing the fight.
I got this, guys. All right, so are you using the car seat, or are you finishing the fight?
Yeah, I'll finish the fight.
All right, so I think that's a good time to take a break. As you gotta say it like Master Chief says it, or in an equally cool way. I think that's how we'll end it, and we'll go on break. So go ahead, we'll end on that.
Harry's just like, Diz, what are you doing?
Sir, finishing this fight.
And we will be on break. We'll see you guys in a little bit. All right. Welcome back to Wheel or Woe, the sci-fi segment, produced by the Pocket Dragon Pub. We're back like normal. Thank you guys for sticking with us, for coming back to us, and for the epic conclusion of We Will Finish This Fight. We are playing Ashen Stars by Robin D. Laws of Pelham Press. And yeah, let's finish this fight. Last time we checked out we have 2 people in the bottom of the ship, the garage, the basement level. There has been all sorts of, I'm not going to call it mad science, but I will say extreme science, cool science, I think is an apt term to it. A lot of cool science stuff that happens, a lot of cool things down here. And we have Harriet locked into the best baby chair seat there ever was. And Diz is just free balling it. Getting ready to... We'll find out what they're getting ready to do. So Harriet, what are you saying as things start to get a little rocky? You see, like,
as soon as Diz looks me dead in the eye and says, "Finishing this fight," Harriet's just mentally checked out. Like, I offered to clarify. There's a second, larger, super protective child site seat sitting next to Harriet that Diz is electing not to sit in.
Mm-hmm.
And Harriet's just like, what do I do anything around here for?
All right, what are you doing?
Just locked in, bracing for impact, sir.
How about you, Diz?
I've got my pistol ready. Yeah, my soul disruption pistol. And I'm just gripping onto just loose piping to keep me standing up instead of sitting in the child seat, because I have to be that badass soldier character.
Yeah, just missing out on the extra protection cushion, so it really gets you. All right, so you're just holding on. Why don't you give me athletics?
Yeah.
If you fail, you'll go out the airlock.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see, if I remember correctly, I used 6 of it last time, so I still have 3 more. Screw it, I think I'm just going to use the rest of it.
Probably a good idea. Roll 1. Roll 1.
6 total.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Like, if you ever go to the gym and you see someone bench pressing, but just with their legs and like those little rippling veins on either side, and you're like, holy heck. It's pretty much that, but all over your body.
And also my exoskeleton, because I am a locust.
How are you flexing your exoskeleton? This guy's jacked!
Yeah, holy hell. The pipe you're grabbing onto is like, please let go.
This guy's bones have muscles. What is happening?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you hear from the intercom, like, is everyone strapped in all right? Sounds like no one's dying. We still have 2 life form signs on the bottom of the ship.
We're not dead, Captain, if you can hear me.
Take that as you are alive and well, and you think I'm doing a good job. Thank you very much. All right, so embrace for impact. About 10 seconds. Okay, so grab onto something. Computer is suggesting 80% fatality rate. I'm high hopes. I'm thinking it's going to be 70. So, good luck, guys. Seconds go by, bit by bit. The closer you get to the planet, the more it rattles. Everything starts falling apart. Those like oxygen masks come out from the top of it, but you know it's just drugs.
The guy wants some drugs.
Wait, are these combat stimulants or like?
Every drug is a combat stimulant. If you
that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Don't look up what what was happening in like the Invasion of France guys. They were all on
Fine. But yeah, there's a crash. Everything goes black. You lose consciousness. Eventually, each of your eyes kind of shift open as the sparkling lights above indicate that the top part of the ship is no longer there. And what is above you are the stars as it's nighttime. You feel a chill as the wind kisses your chinny chin chins. But holy heck, Harriet, those seatbelts, they're right there. There's not even like a bruise on your shoulder. It's very well cared for. Diz. Everything around you is gone, but you still have your hand on that pipe.
Yes.
Just that one pipe.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm the only thing holding the pipe up now.
Yeah. It's just like drops it.
Clings to the ground. It makes that like that one meme pipe falling sound.
All right, well.
All right.
You dead?
Nope. Sounds like you aren't.
I'm assuming not. Harriet will unstrap herself.
Unless we're both dead.
It's possible.
And this is what you humans call heaven.
I don't think we're going there. I don't think that's where we would have ended up. Harriet unstraps herself. Still got my goggles. I have the biosignatures skill.
Ooh.
Can I look around for any biosignatures or signs of life?
Yeah, well, yeah, so looking around, the rest of the wreckage is in this pyre of fire, just kind of on this several boulders. It looks like the ship that had been pursuing smashed a mile away. It's not doing well. It is completely on fire, more so than your ship is, and like certainly a chemical fire. And you kind of hear like the shrill screams of people being burned alive, but it's kind of lost on the wind. It could have just been the wind. Who knows? But the top part of the ship is still in that bowl. There was some fires on it. You're pretty sure the medic probably didn't make it. You see like his face plastered on the front windshield, and plastered. Like a face shouldn't be plastered, but it's right there, just kind of spread out throughout the whole windshield. And the windshield wipers are going like, but it's on the outside, so it's not really doing anything. But it is trying its best. But so far, it doesn't look like anyone else is alive except for you two.
80%.
Well, that's a little disappointing. I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use Sense Trouble really quick. I think I used 2 last time. Yeah, yep. So... I think I'll use the rest of it and just roll.
Alrighty.
5.
All right.
Glad I used it because I rolled a 1.
Oh, geez. Looking around, you're at least not in any immediate danger. There, of course, is the danger of like lack of food and stuff like that. But looking at Harriet, like, you should be fine. For a couple weeks, especially if you ration her. But this is only, of course, after you go through the food that you guys have tucked away underneath the floorboards.
Of course.
It
is uncouth to eat another sentient being.
It's not nice. It's not polite.
Harriet looking over at Diz. So I could probably ration him for about a week. All right. Well, doesn't seem like anyone else is alive, which is unfortunate. No signs of life. That ship over there is on fire. Do I just kind of see like any structures or signs of civilization?
Yeah, you do. Pretty much on the opposite end of where you're looking at for the people who are on fire, the enemies, the bad guys. Just kind of like look the other way, backwards. You see a city. These tall, like crystalline structures reaching out to the sky, as well as several ships slowly approaching where you guys are now.
Oh, that's our ships. I was like, kind of wave, like make myself obvious and known. Wait, are these ships covered in spikes?
No, they're blunt.
Okay.
Okay.
I could use a blunt right now. So Harriet is going to be out, like, trying to make herself known and obvious that we are still alive and not dead.
Yeah. You hear the intercom, like, crackle up, and from the other side, you hear, "Hello? This is your captain speaking. How is everyone?"
Oh, Captain, you're still alive. Like, I could run over to it. Captain, you're still alive. How? I mean, I'm glad. But, like,
We're alive down here.
Wait, if we're down here and the top of the ship is up there, how is this intercom working?
It's like just like one little wire. Yeah. You're like, was a wire even necessary? Was it just there for something?
I built this ship to last, thank you very much.
Even if it wants to die.
Not on my watch.
She's like, there is a 3-foot hole in my tummy.
How?
Oh.
I don't know. It feels like 3 feet. Maybe it's bigger. It just seems bigger. I don't know.
Well, I don't think any of us is trained in medicine, Captain. But if some ships are coming, I can direct them to you.
Yeah, just don't panic, okay? You'll be fine, Harriet, or whichever you are.
Don't die. And if you start to die, just migrate your consciousness.
It's not what we do. I don't. Yeah, that's not what we do. But I think we did a good job. I don't think the medic's gonna make it.
I don't think the medic made it, Captain.
Oh. Okay. Well, hey, we beat the odds, didn't we?
So we did.
So you remember, like, back when, right, when we were having cupcakes and we were smelling them and we thought, like, everything was going to go well?
Yeah, what about...
And then someone ate the cupcake?
What, you expect me to not consume the calories needed for to continue to exist?
I'm not saying this is your fault, but I am going to look at you a lot.
I don't think a lot is going to be much longer, Captain.
Why?
You have a 3-foot hole in your tummy.
I need you to look at the positives here, okay? Oh, God, there's stuff coming out of my mouth. I think it's blood. I'm going to go take a nap. Just make sure they come to me.
Don't take a nap, Captain. Stay awake, please.
Okay, I will. I'll try. I'll try for you, Harriet.
All right, thank you.
For my mom. All right, Captain, over and...
No. The Harriet goes back to just kind of waving at the ensuing ships. If there's like anything like burning, like take like a burning thing and like...
Yeah. Can I use like my disruption pistol and like just like shoot into the air? Like,
shoot it down.
No, as like a makeshift flare gun. Like, hey, try to get their attention.
Yeah, they start coming down. The top parts of these ships like open up like a helicopter, almost like Transformer style, leading to a pretty like beautiful descent. The airlocks open, and from the other side, you see these 3-foot tall little aliens. Each of them sporting 6 arms, giant bulbous eyes as they glare up at you. Each one not wearing clothes, but moving forward and not letting the wind really affect them much. One of them, though, has a hat. One with like a star on the front of it. As he approaches you, extends all of their hands towards Harriet and some of their hands towards Des in the same instant. It's kind of like,
I have the linguistic skill. Can I communicate with these creatures?
yeah. I think so. Yeah, definitely with that skill.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of vaguely communicate as clearly as possible. It's like, hey, our ship was shot down. We would request aid and medical services to our captain who is up there.
Does anyone have any, I guess, Xeno knowledge skills?
I've got history combine.
I've got history of the locust species.
Okay. All right. Cool. I would say for you, Harriet, it starts to communicate in the universal language of mathematics to kind of help bridge the gap between the language gap. And so you're understanding that from what you can gather, this is a very prid quo type of society where one thing gets another, and so there's no currency. It's just exchanging of favors at all times. And sure, they will bring you back. You might have to do some work for them for the next couple of days. But for the captain to live, though, that's going to be a tough little rescue, especially one of them's 3 inches. 3 feet? Holy hell. That's a lot of feet. That's a lot of inches.
A lot of inches.
For that, they're going to need you to do a mission.
All right.
One that will undoubtedly bring you back to the ones who shot you down, potentially destroying the cartel that they've established and potentially putting you in a spy versus spy scenario where you have to do deep cover work for the next couple of years.
I mean, Harriet is not good at that, but she will try to save her captain.
Well, if it means I get paid.
I would communicate to kids no, this is our payment to them, so we don't die.
That's 6 hours.
We're paying them by shooting them. He points to the flaming wreckage that is the enemy ship.
I see.
Yeah, so if you want to not die and the captain to not die, we're going to have to do some work.
Fine.
Hooray!
Yeah, it'll shake your hand, and we'll end it. As you guys will be all right. It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah,
We'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So, what do you guys think? Now that we got to test it out a little bit in space, what do you guys think of it?
I mean, it's pretty. It's fast. It's snippy.
Yeah.
It's loose enough that you feel. It's loose enough that you don't feel really constrained by the mechanics, but also there's still mechanical stuff you have to think about. Mm-hmm. If we had another combat scenario, we'd be in a lot of trouble because we burnt a lot of our resources.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to think about. It gives you a lot of stuff to think about, while also you can just kind of sit back and just play your character, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about your character not being able to do the thing they're good at most of the time.
Yeah, and I think I would be very interested, and I wish the quick start had more of a mystery, with more layers to it. Which I think would have been really cool for the gumshoe system. But I think it was a nice intro.
Really.
Go ahead, Jane.
Oh yeah, just really leaning harder into that whole mystery gumshoe deal. It did feel like the quick start did lean a little bit more towards a traditional action adventure kind of game, and I'm not sure that's where Gumshoe shines.
Mm-hmm.
No, but still cute.
yeah.
Like, it's fun.
No, it was fun and cute, and like I enjoyed it. I did kind of wish we had more opportunity to like really explore that like detective like.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to try it with like the, I guess, the Delta Green version of this one, or even like I know Pelgrim Press did a Swords of the Serpentine, which is their fantasy gumshoe game, which doesn't happen often. Like a detective type game in like a fantasy like medieval setting. I think that would be really cool. Almost, I think Carnival Row tried to do it with starring Orlando Bloom. That was interesting too. It was a decent show. I wouldn't say it was a great show.
It was all right, yeah.
But yeah, I think so. We're going to do outros. I have been and continue to be Mitch. This has been the Pocket Dragon Pub, and you've been watching Wheel or Woe Sci-Fi Edition. But I'm going to throw it on over to Winter. Say goodbyes and all sorts of stuff.
Yep. Well, goodbye, everyone. My name is Winter. I am the ambassador and sales consultant for Cybernetic Coven. We're a international artist collective with a interest and specialty in tabletop role-playing games. You can find us on Twitter at CyberCovenArt, and we do have a couple projects coming up, so keep an eye out. It's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I would love to see a Wheel or Woe like Cybernetic Coven edition. Go through those.
just our games that we made. Yeah.
That sounds like there might be a bit of a conflict of interest there.
Nah, don't worry about it. We're fine. We're fine. Jaden, go ahead.
I'm Jaden Jones. I played Diz, and you can find me mostly on Twitter at Marauder_Kawaii. And like I said last time, I'm mostly just a someone trying to get into the tabletop space and work on projects and get writing work and stuff like that. And I had a great time these past 2 days. So, yeah. Thanks for having me on. And yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll see you next time. And make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and goodbye.
Bye.